Africa with all the xenophobic attacks. I think there are both sides of the coin here that we need to address. One, xenophobia alone and in isolation is primitive. You don't hate somebody simply because they are not your kinsmen, they are not your tribesmen, they don't come from your country, they are foreign, they are foreigners. That in isolation is very primitive and uncouth and, of course, uncivilized. But let us also look at what is making the local South African angry. You see, there has been state failures on the part of South African government. One, in enforcing very strict immigration rules. South Africa has got a terrible, terrible, terrible illegal immigration population, illegal immigrant population that have got to be rounded up, taken through due process, and ultimately deported. America is struggling with this, and South Africa should just follow suit. The other side of the coin is that many Africans immigrate to South Africa for opportunities. This should not exonerate them from presenting themselves to immigration officers to regularize their stay. So, on that one, I agree with the locals who are beating up and forcing up people because, out of frustration, they are doing what the government has failed to do. I don't support xenophobia in any way, but I also don't support illegal immigration. You don't immigrate into somebody's country illegally and claim to be there and claim government services that you are not entitled to because you're not a member of the national statistic. So why should they educate your children? Why should they medicate you in hospital? Why should they house you? You are not in the national statistic. You are a Mr. Nobody. You're a ghost. So you need to go back to your countries and then travel back to South Africa properly if you want to stay and work there. So this is a legitimate point. I think my fellow Africans should not be very angry at the South Africans who want illegal immigrants out. When they say foreigners must go, that is a problem. Because then I will ask them, are they extending this to white foreigners as well? Remember, there are also white illegal immigrants in South Africa. I have not seen any of them get victimized. I'm only seeing illegal Africans. So to balance this whole grid, I think the Zulu nationalists, or wherever they call themselves, should show us videos of them evicting illegal white foreigners. Then that would balance the whole thing. And then they should also focus on illegal immigrants and ditch the term foreigners, because if you say foreigner, I could be in South Africa legally, but the fact that I'm not South African, I'm going to be beaten up on the streets, which is wrong. Okay? Yeah. But I don't support illegal immigration at all. The same disdain I have for xenophobia is the same disdain I have for illegal immigration. We cannot, as Africans, have some inherent right to move into other African countries illegally and demand to stay there and demand for national services. That is wrong. We can't even do that in America. We can't do that in Sweden. We don't do that in Norway. We don't do that in Germany. Why do you think we should do it in Africa? This is a problem that should be addressed. Thank you very much.